Salutations, one and all. You may call me Enigma, and welcome to another speed draw. This time with a little bit of the brainstorming process of designing the creature itself. So as you can see here, we've got some sort of bowl-like creature. I had this idea where I wanted to make something with arms coming out of its mouth. That was the basis for it. And then I got this idea of this stone creature covered in moss, and then I ended up adding bowl features, and I just wasn't really liking it. So I decided to rethink it a little. I still wanted to keep the arms coming from the mouth thing. So I decided, let's just make a creepy smile and see what we can do from there. So then I was thinking, why not just go all out and just make it some smiley face creature? And then I got this idea to have the eyes be hollow and have the arms going through the eyes. I think that was probably one of the cooler parts of the design. So anyways, I ended up shading through this for some reason. I don't know why I spent the time on it, but, it's cool. So, showed it to the camera, bonked the camera, naturally. It's a classic at this point. So, then I got to it, eventually, after picking songs and stuff, of course. Don't want to draw in silence. So, I decided to make a sort of... I wanted it to be in some kind of building. And then I thought, well, you know what? Why not a hospital? Any particular reason? Not really. Just why not, Might as well. It's a building, and it's got, some interesting features, although in hindsight, it doesn't really look much like specifically a hospital. This could be an office for all we know. And I wanted to do a bit more of an interesting perspective. More of a top-down angle, but it didn't end up really looking all that top-down. But, it is what it is. It's what it's, as they don't say. So I wanted to make it, big and imposing. Give it some creepy hands here, of course. Not the little three-pronged fingers I gave it in a little sketch. But I wanted it to have some really long, creepy fingers. The funny thing is, I typically don't like drawing hands, as, most artists don't. Unless they're like long, exaggerated, creepy hands, and then I just love it for some reason. Now, something here I've noticed in hindsight that I could have done, that might have been cool, is to also have the legs as, the arms are visible going through the eyes here. I feel like I should have, and I wish I did, have the legs go through the mouth as well. I think that would have been a cool addition. But, hindsight's 2020. It's what it's, as they don't say. That is gonna be a running theme now, isn't it? I'm just gonna say that all the time. Well, anyways, it's nice to have traditions, I guess. So I decided to make a floor pattern I don't usually make. I kind of just threw random lines in there instead of making a sensical pattern. So this is basically all I did for the background. It's not much, it's really simple. So then I decided, alright, I'll start detailing the face. I wanted to go crazy with a bunch of lines everywhere to make it look hyper detailed, but I just didn't end up liking how it turned out. So I just, as you can see here, erased most of it, and I pretty much only left the circles under the eyes and the little thing in the mouth. Other than that, yeah, I just went straight into lining. I think I did relatively okay in this drawing. It's fine for just a quick little concept to jot down, although it did take me an hour, so saying quick is, maybe not the right word. But, yeah, there's probably a lot I could have done better. Perspective-wise, probably could have made it make a bit more sense. It's supposed to be top-down, but the creature doesn't even look very top-down. It looks kind of top-down, but, not as much as the table. So it's a bit of an error, I'd say. Also, the fact that I wanted it to be a hospital, but I didn't really leave in any features that makes it, a hospital. So, it's just a generic building, isn't it? and I can't, you know, really bring to life the fact that it's a hospital with color, because, once again, I didn't use color, because I usually don't. I mean, maybe I'll do that, the 3-color challenge that I mentioned in the previous video. I really want to. I think that's a good idea. I should probably do that next, maybe. We'll see. It's certainly an idea. But for now, we got this. And I hope it will suffice. But yeah, I thought it would be kind of cool to display the creation process a little bit more with coming up with the idea for the creature, rather than just, you know, showing the drawing after. Because, I mean, I didn't show in my previous video, but I did do the thing with the notepad where I jot down the ideas beforehand. But I didn't show it in the video. This time I decided I would. Coming up here, there's gonna be a little cut as I start doing the floors, because my my phone that I'm recording this on, it actually ran out of storage, so it stopped the video. Luckily, it doesn't just delete the video, thankfully. And I noticed it pretty quickly, so, I mean, the only thing you miss is me coloring in the nostrils, so, and, like, just the black part where it's all shadow. That's the only thing you'll miss, so it's unnoticeable, honestly. If I hadn't mentioned it, you probably wouldn't have even known. Unless you slowed the footage down, so, yeah. So anyway, yeah, these videos take up a surprising amount of space on my phone. It was like, by the end of it, what was it, 9 gigabytes? It was ridiculous. So I had to delete a bunch of apps and stuff, but it's worth it. It's worth it to show this, I guess. Maybe. I mean, we'll see if it's worth it. You know what? No, it's worth it to even have it out there. Yeah, there's the cut. Okay, it is a bit more noticeable, actually. So anyway, I started, you know, jotting down the value for the actual creature. I should think of a name for this thing rather than just calling it the creature. But I can't think of a good name for it. Obviously something to do with smiling, but I don't know. I do not know what I would call it. Also, kind of wonder, maybe what would this creature do? What is its purpose? Is it just a thing that exists to exist, or, you know, is there a reason for it? Could come up with some kind of dark fairy tale or something. I don't know. It's an idea. So here I attempted to add some shadow. I wanted it to be like it's coming from a dark hallway, but I didn't really achieve that as I wanted to. And I wanted to spend more time on it, but I was also worried that I would run out of space again. So I maybe didn't work on it as much longer as I wanted to. So yeah, it's done. Yep. So here's the finished product. I mean, it's okay. It's just a quick little thing. Although again, it did take me over an hour. Nothing incredibly fancy. Just a little drawing of a creature in a building. Anyway, that about does it. So thank you for watching. If you would be so inclined, like and subscribe. That'd be very nice of you. And yeah, I bid you farewell.